This week's episode, I want to ask you a very practical question, and that is, why do you settle for less? A lot of time as individuals, in the course of living our lives, we unconsciously settle for less. And by settling for less, I mean settling for the life that is not exactly the kind of life that God has created for every one of us. The truth is that the life God has made for us is the best. And no matter any other alternative that we have out there, that life remains the best life we can ever settle for. And the truth also is, whatever alternative we have that is not the life God has ordained for us to live, no matter how good that alternative is, it cannot be the best. So many years ago, I heard a story about a young man who wanted to go on a journey. He wanted to travel to a part of the world that's always been on his mind. And the best he could do at that time was to go on a voyage, to take a ship to that place. So the fare for that travel was quite expensive, but the young man was determined and decided that he was going to save the cost for that fare. So he started saving his money towards that journey, and after a long while, he was able to afford the ticket for the ship. So the fateful day came, he went on board, he joined every other person that wanted to make the trip, and the journey started. Now the interesting part is that immediately this man got on the ship, he went into his cabin and he started living in that cabin. As a matter of fact, he didn't do anything outside that cabin, he was just there in the cabin. So it was time for him to eat. After the money he paid for the ticket, he also had some money that he used to buy some food and he took it on the ship with him. So he was eating what he had, but every day he would sense that people were out there eating exotic foods. They were enjoying themselves, they were having fun, they were eating as they liked, but he never knew why that was happening. He said to himself, I don't have the money to afford those kind of food that are being served. So I would rather be in my cabin and enjoy the little biscuits and water I brought on board. So days went by, and for months he was always in his cabin eating his biscuits and water and not enjoying the delicacy that was being served on the ship. So one day, one of the officials of the ship just came to his cabin and knocked the door, and he came out, and the man asked him, hello sir, we've not been seeing you join us for breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. What's happening? So he told the man, he said, see, I can't afford what you guys are selling or giving there. So I am in my cabin and enjoying the little food that I can afford. The official on the ship laughed and he told the man, he said, everything out there has been paid for. As a matter of fact, your ticket covers every of those meals. So all you need to do is to just come out, serve yourself, and enjoy the meal. So this man was amazed. All this while, he had been missing what was already available for him. So he decided to go out, but lo and behold, it was already late. It was just few days to the end of the journey, and he ended that journey not enjoying the best experience that he had paid for. For some of us, this is how we live our lives. We settle for less. And how do we get to this point? Due to ignorance. We don't even know the life that God has designed for us. Sometimes we make hasty conclusions, faulty assumptions. We just assume here and there, oh, this life is not for me. How can I live a life of meaning? How can I become a person of value? With all the things I've gone through, how can I impact my world? And sometimes we just believe that we should live in our small world, in our small cabin, where we are managing things and just managing the little things that we have. And because of all this, we are not able to enjoy and experience the best life that God has designed for us. So I'd ask you once again, why are you settling for less? Do you even know the extent of the value of life that God has prepared for you? Do you know how much He has prepared and packaged in your destiny? Are you making hasty conclusions? Or are you saying that this small life that I have is enough for me? Let me be managing it. If this is your case, then you need to break out. You need to understand that you deserve the best life. You need to enjoy all that God has provided for you. You need to check the things that you believe. Check those ideologies that are limiting you and break out. Enough of smallness, enough of small thinking, enough of assumptions. Go for the truth, believe the truth, and that truth is the fact that God has designed you for an amazing life, a life of meaning, value, and impact. And it does not matter where you are starting from. Go for that life, because that is the life God wants you to live, and you can't afford to settle for less. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. I strongly believe you have been empowered. Please like this video, place a comment, and subscribe to this channel. More importantly, share with your friends so that they can also get this value. Thank you once again. I hope to see you in the next episode.